That weak and insecure handshake, the hesitant tone of voice, the excessive apologizing for insignificant things. I know brilliant men who have lost promotions, business deals, and even the respect of others for a single reason. They confused politeness with weakness. The line is thin, but the difference is what separates great leaders from eternal followers. Have you noticed how David Beckham manages to be absolutely courteous with journalists and fans, yet no one would ever question his masculinity or authority? This combination of refinement and strength is not accidental. It is an art meticulously cultivated. The truth is that our society has created a false dichotomy. Either you are a tough man, rude and aggressive, or you are gentle, polite, and consequently weak. This is the biggest misconception about true masculine elegance, and it is costing many men dearly. In 2019, McKinsey executives conducted a revealing study. Leaders who combined firmness with courtesy were 64% more likely to be promoted than those who leaned toward either extreme. Elegance with posture is not just about etiquette, it is about power. When we observe the greatest Wall Street negotiators or the most successful diplomats, we find the same pattern. Men who master the art of being polite without giving up their natural authority. They know that politeness does not mean submission. I will share with you the principles that transformed simple, polite men into figures of undeniable authority. Principles that will completely change how you are perceived in any environment. Whether in a business meeting, an important dinner, or a first impression, the psychology of dominant elegance. True masculine elegance has deep roots in human psychology. When a man demonstrates courtesy without seeking approval, he sends a powerful message to the primitive brain of others. I am polite because I choose to be, not because I need to be. Truly powerful men do not need to be rude to demonstrate strength. In fact, rudeness usually reveals insecurity, a man trying to compensate for what he lacks in substance. Think of the greatest leaders in history. They commanded respect not by shouting louder, but by speaking with dignity and conviction. A study from Columbia University showed that executives who demonstrated genuine politeness while maintaining a firm posture were seen as 58% more competent and 64% more trustworthy than their peers. The conclusion is clear. Politeness with posture does not diminish your authority. It amplifies it. The crucial difference lies in intention. When your politeness comes from a desire to please and avoid conflicts, you transmit weakness. When it comes from a conscious choice based on your own values and self-confidence, you transmit power, the 3 pillars of powerful politeness. First pillar, dominant body language. Your body speaks even before your mouth opens. Body language is responsible for up to 55% of your communication, according to social psychology studies. The polite but weak man has a hunched posture, avoids eye contact, and occupies as little space as possible. The elegant man with posture does exactly the opposite. He maintains firm eye contact without staring, shoulders back, chest open, and occupies his space naturally. The message is clear. I am comfortable in my own skin and do not seek approval. In 2018, Harvard Business School researchers demonstrated that executives who maintained an upright and open posture during negotiations achieved 31% more favorable deals, regardless of their levels of verbal politeness. Your handshake should be firm, but not aggressive. Your posture should be upright but not rigid. Your tone of voice should be clear and well modulated, never hesitant or apologetic. These subtle nuances make all the difference. And here is the secret that few men know: diaphragmatic breathing. Insecure men tend to breathe superficially through the chest, which raises their shoulders and conveys anxiety. Breathing through the diaphragm keeps your shoulders relaxed and your voice deeper and more controlled. Universal signs of confidence and power. Second pillar, assertive communication. The communication of an elegant man with posture is precise and economical. He does not waste words or energy trying to impress. Every sentence has a purpose, and he does not fear silence. Compare these two approaches, the polite but weak man. Sorry to bother you, but I was thinking, if it is not too much trouble, if perhaps you could, when you have a little time, of course, take a look at this report. But only if it is not too inconvenient. The elegant man with posture. I need you to analyze this report by Thursday. I appreciate your attention. The second approach is direct, clear, and respectful. It does not ask permission to exist nor apologize for what it needs. It is polite without being submissive. A particularly harmful habit is the excessive use of "I am sorry" and "excuse me." Reserve these expressions for when you have actually made a significant mistake. Using them constantly for trivial matters devalues both the words and yourself. Truly powerful men use what psychologists call I statements. I need, I want, I decided. Compare with the hedge statements of insecure men. I just wanted, maybe we could, if it is not a problem. And the difference is subtle, but the impact is immense. Third pillar, clear boundaries. The elegant man with posture knows his limits and communicates them with clarity and politeness. He understands that saying no respectfully does not make him rude. It makes him respectable. Men who confuse politeness with weakness often become people pleasers, unable to refuse requests and constantly overwhelmed. They believe that saying yes to everything makes them more valued, when in fact the opposite occurs. High-performance executives are masters at declining with elegance. I appreciate the invitation, but it will not be possible, is all you need to say. No elaborate excuses, no unnecessary justifications. Remember, when you establish clear boundaries, you not only gain respect, you teach others how to treat you. This is one of the most valuable lessons I have learned in my career, the art of elegant confrontation. One of the greatest tests of your elegance with posture is how you handle conflict. Men who confuse politeness with weakness avoid conflicts at all costs, or when confronted, alternate between passivity and uncontrolled aggression. The elegant man with posture approaches conflict with calm and precision, like a surgeon. He does not raise his voice because he does not need to. His tranquility is his most powerful weapon. A classic example occurred during a billion-dollar negotiation in the financial sector in 2020. When one of the executives began shouting and making threats, the CEO of the opposing company simply adjusted his shirt cuff, looked directly into the eyes of the agitated man, and said in a calm tone, "Let us return to the discussion when you are ready to negotiate as professionals." The deal was closed 2 days later, on highly favorable terms for the composed CEO. The strategy is simple. Stay calm, focus on the problem, not the person. Be specific about unacceptable behavior and offer a dignified way out. Politeness never leaves the scene, but it serves your purpose, not the other way around. Attire that communicates silent authority. A frequently neglected aspect of elegance with posture is clothing. Your outfit speaks volumes about how you see yourself and how you expect to be treated. The key is not necessarily wearing the most expensive brands, but understanding the power of impeccable tailoring. A perfectly cut suit communicates attention to detail and self-discipline, qualities of a leader. The details are crucial. Shirt cuffs visible 1.5 centimeters beyond the suit sleeve, impeccably polished shoes, well-trimmed beard, or well-shaved. Face quality watch, not necessarily expensive, but well-chosen. Visual perception studies show that we observe these details subconsciously, and they shape our impressions long before we process any spoken word. The wardrobe of an elegant man with posture is curated, not accumulated. Each piece serves a purpose and reflects his identity. Quality always surpasses quantity. The power of strategic courtesy. The courtesy of a weak man is indiscriminate. He treats everyone the same way because he fears conflict. The courtesy of an elegant man with posture is strategic. He is polite to everyone, but adapts his behavior according to the context and the person. In 2019, a study of Fortune 500 CEOs revealed an interesting pattern. The most effective leaders demonstrated what researchers called calibrated courtesy, the ability to adjust their level of formality and human warmth according to the situation without ever compromising basic respect. Observe how respected leaders treat both the janitor and the investor with politeness, but with subtly different approaches. This is not manipulation, it is social intelligence. Strategic. Politeness also means prioritizing your time and attention. You can and should be courteous to everyone, but you do not need to dedicate the same time and energy to every person who crosses your path. Practical cases of elegance with posture. 1. The art of interrupting with elegance. In meetings, insecure. Men stay silent when they have something valuable to say or abruptly interrupt in an unpleasant way. The elegant man with posture uses what I call respectful interruption. If I may add something relevant at this point, followed by a concise and valuable contribution. This approach demonstrates both respect for the speaker and confidence in your own contribution. 2. Receiving criticism with dignity. When criticized, the weak man defends himself excessively or apologizes profusely. The elegant man with posture receives criticism with a simple, "I appreciate your feedback. I will consider it carefully." He then evaluates the criticism privately, implements what is valuable, and discards the rest, without drama, without defensiveness. 3. Mastering social conversations. At social events, the insecure man talks too much out of nervousness, or too little out of fear. The elegant man with posture masters the art of balanced conversation. He asks genuine questions, listens attentively, and contributes relevant insights. He does not try to impress, he connects. A specific trick: keep 70% of your focus on the person you are talking to and 30% aware of your surroundings. This allows you to notice important people entering the room or opportunities to expand your network without appearing distracted. Words and phrases that project strength. The language of an elegant man with posture is decisive. He avoids qualifiers that weaken his statements, like maybe, a little, just I think that. Compare, I think that maybe we could try a slightly different approach, versus I propose a different approach. The second option exudes confidence without arrogance. It is concise and direct. Other expressions to eliminate: sorry, but good, if it is not too inconvenient, use no, I'm not sure, but. These are linguistic crutches that diminish your impact even before expressing your idea. Instead, adopt phrases such as, my perspective is, based on my experience, I made the decision to, I see this differently. The balance between humility and confidence. Elegance with posture requires a delicate balance between humility and confidence. Humility without confidence is weakness. Confidence without humility is arrogance. The elegant man with posture cultivates both. Observe how true leaders talk about their achievements. They acknowledge their role without false modesty, but also give credit to others when appropriate. They neither diminish their accomplishments nor exaggerate them. Authentic. Humility does not mean diminishing yourself. It means having an accurate assessment of your strengths and limitations. Authentic confidence does not mean bragging. It means being comfortable with who you are and what you can offer. Transforming principles into daily practice. Elegance with posture is not something you turn on for special occasions. It is a way of life. Here are 3 practical exercises to incorporate it into your daily routine. 1. The eye contact challenge. For a week, commit to maintaining comfortable eye contact in all interactions. Do not look away out of insecurity. Do not stare out of dominance. Find the balance that conveys interest and confidence. 2. The elimination of sorry. Monitor how many times you say a sorry in a normal day. Reserve this word only for genuine offenses. Replace unnecessary apologies with thanks. Instead of "go sorry for the delay," say, "I appreciate your patience." 3. The practice of direct declaration. When making requests or expressing opinions, eliminate preambles and justifications. Go straight to the point with respect and clarity. Observe how people respond differently to this approach. The impact of elegance with posture in your life. When you master the art of being polite without appearing weak, all areas of your life transform. At work, you are seen as leadership material, someone who deserves responsibility and respect. In personal relationships, you attract people who value strength and consideration, rather than those looking for someone to manipulate or control. In negotiations, you get better deals because you do not negotiate from desperation or the need to please. Elegance with posture is one of the most valuable investments a man can make in himself. It is the difference between being respected and merely being tolerated. If you want to transform your presence and amplify your impact, click the subscribe button right now, activate the bell, and leave your like on this video. I'm committed to helping men like you develop the elegance that translates into real power. Each week I share tested and proven strategies to elevate your style, your communication, and your presence. We are not just talking about clothes. We are talking about how you present yourself to the world and how the world responds to you. Today, you learned that true politeness does not diminish your strength. It amplifies it. That physical posture affects your mental posture. That direct and respectful communication is more powerful than trying to please everyone. Comment below. Strength with class. If this video brought valuable insights to you, I am eager to know your perspective. Fashion is not luxury, it is power.